Ahead on 3News, MP Darlene Tana has been forced to resign from the Greens after a migrant exploitation investigation. But will she quit Parliament? Kiwi Lulu Sun stuns Wimbledon with victory over home crowd favourite Emma Raducanu. And we're live with Team New Zealand boss Grant Dalton in his first interview since the full team set up base in Barcelona. I'll see you at 6.
And I would actually put the ask out to Darlene to please resign.
Tonight on 3News, the Greens plead with MP Darlene Tana to leave Parliament after she's forced to quit the party over an investigation into migrant exploitation. Lulu Sun makes history, becoming the first Kiwi woman to ever make the singles quarterfinals at Wimbledon. Despite moves to freshen up Kāinga Order, good tenants are still complaining about their problematic neighbours. And an exclusive interview with Team New Zealand boss Grant Dalton in Barcelona for an update on how their new boat is going on the water. No mai, haere mai, welcome to 3News. Please resign. Green co-leader Chloe Swarbrick made an extraordinary public plea to embattled MP Darlene Tana today to resign from Parliament. Tana has agreed to resign from the Green Party. It follows an investigation into her involvement in alleged migrant exploitation at her husband's bike business. Now, Stuff broke the story back in March and the resulting investigation raised enough questions for the Greens to conclude Tana's conduct had fallen far short of the party's values. Our senior political correspondent Jenna Lynch has the story.
Please resign.
Chloe Swarbrick can't get an answer out of Darlene Tana, so is taking
for the New Zealand, Parliament.
We're yet to hear Darlene Tana's take on that.
Well, OK, Jenna, we've just received a statement from Darlene Tana. Is she staying or going?
Yes, we have received a statement, and in no way does it address whether or not Darlene Tana intends to stay or go, and the statement on the table, and that should speak volumes. OK, Jenna, ngā mihi, thanks so much. It's been hailed as one of the biggest wins in New Zealand tennis history. Lulu Sun has become the first Kiwi woman to make it through to the singles quarter-finals at Wimbledon after victory over local favourite and former US Open champion Emma Raducanu. Sun was born in Tiano but was representing Switzerland. Fortunately, she switched back to New Zealand in March before emerging as the rising star of the Grand Slam. Lucy Thompson has more.
Match point.
A moment to savour for Kiwi.
So I do feel that we should be more respectful and more grateful.
Well, Zane joins us now. Kia ora, Zane. What will it mean for Kāinga Order to have a refreshed board?
Well, Sam, today is the very first day of the refreshed Kāinga Order board. I'm told they went through an induction process today. And I'm sure they'll be aware that in the letter of expectations released...
On our first show on Saturday, we brought you the story of Genesis Te Kuru White, TK, a leader of Black Power movement Whakatane who defies many gang stereotypes. He doesn't wear a patch, has a degree and tutors students at Waikato University. Tonight we hear why he thinks the government's tough on gangs approach will be damaging for children and families, and why the Justice Minister says he's okay with limiting gang members' human rights. Genesis Te Kuru White was born into gang life. His father was one of the long-term...
Koro, uncle, auntie. Yeah, you're not dealing with monsters here, you're dealing with people.
Black Power members I spoke to believed around 50% of the membership would by year's end. Well, it is time now for a look at your weather, and it was a foggy, frosty but calm start to the day, Heather.
A classic winter's day. The fog was a little bit annoying though, not clearing Manapōuri and Hamilton till this afternoon. Once it did finally lift, they joined the rest of the country with settled weather. A few clouds, but dry. Reason being is we have a huge high pressure system which has arrived for the school holidays, and this is very, very good news because it's here all week. All the details a little bit later in the hour.
Thanks, Heather. Coming up, there has been no let-up to the protests or the killing as 9 months of war is marked with renewed calls for a ceasefire. Pests controlling pests. New research shows possums and rats are helping to stop the spread of wilding pines. And Biden remains defiant as more Democratic Congress members join calls for him to step aside. Welcome back, and a warning, there are distressing images in this next story. Protesters in Israel are continuing to pressure the government for a hostage deal as negotiations for a possible ceasefire gain momentum. Meanwhile, in Gaza, at least 16 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a UN-run school building. Channel 4's Harry Fawcett reports. Stay with us. We're going live to Barcelona after the break to find out from Grant Dalton how Team New Zealand's settling into their new base. A woman's arrested over an alleged hate crime on a bus. And in sport, we've got more on Lulu Sun's historic victory at Wimbledon and how she plans to make it to the semis. This is 3 News. If you've just joined us, here are our top stories so far tonight. MP Darlene Tana has resigned from the Greens, but co-leader Chloe Swarbrick wants her to also resign from Parliament. It follows an investigation into her involvement in alleged migrant exploitation at her husband's bike business. Lulu Sun has become the first Kiwi woman to make it through to the singles quarter-final at Wimbledon after beating British hope Emma Raducanu. And there have been celebrations in France after the left wing worked together to keep the far right from power. Left-wing parties tactically stood aside candidates that would split the vote. A 39-year-old woman has been arrested over the assault of a 16-year-old boy on an Auckland bus last month that police now allege was a hate crime. To continue funding his campaign. Team New Zealand's up and running in Barcelona, the America's Cup defenders becoming the 6th and final team to hit the water. Preliminary racing begins in a few short weeks' time. Team CEO Grant Dalton has been flat out most of the year getting the team and the event, of course, ready. And he joins us now live from the team's base in Barcelona. Kia ora, Grant. So how ready are you and the team?
We're pretty good, actually. Travelled quite well. The boat got here a couple of weeks ago safely. We're being live on Warner Brothers Discovery and also Stuff. You know, you're going to see some really good racing between the youth and the women's America's Cups as well.
OK, we're looking forward to it. You managed to get the plug in there. Well done. Thank you so much. That is Team CEO Grant Dalton. They're live with us from Barcelona. Well, Ollie's here now with a look ahead at sport. Look, you know, they're still testing. They haven't got the cameras off those foils yet. Hopefully they're a lot faster, though. What do you think?
He's a confident man, Grant Dalton, isn't he? He'll be extremely confident. I'm sure he's reminding the opposition over there as well. They were pretty quick a few years ago. I'll be interested to see how they can go in Barcelona.
I heard him talking about shaving minutes off, so we'll see how they get on. But look, we're hoping that's going to be a big success story, but we're talking today about another big Kiwi success story. Lulu Sun, she's amazing, isn't she?
Yeah, how good is this story? All the way from little old Tiana in the South Island. A few years ago, Kiwis would have had no idea who Lulu Sun was, but such has been her rise and her performance at Wimbledon. It is so cool to see. That is a massive stage for her to perform on as well, Sam. That's 15,000 people packed in to centre court there at Wimbledon. So she is doing amazingly, flying the Kiwi flag. We'll have more on her stunning run after the break. She's the first Kiwi woman to make it to the quarterfinals at Wimbledon, with her ability to handle the pressure winning her fans. And TJ Perenara is ruled out of Saturday's second test against England, but the news isn't all bad for the All Blacks halfback.
Welcome to a new swift world with Suzuki and 3News Sport.
New Zealand's latest sporting sensation is still coming to terms with her history-making run at Wimbledon. As we reported earlier, Lulu Sun is the first Kiwi woman to make the singles quarter-finals, upsetting local hope Emma Raducanu. The 23-year-old not only overcoming her British opponent, but the 15,000-strong crowd cheering her on. Lucy Thompson has the action.
The emotion.
Stadium since 2005. Great news for Mitch Barnett. I got to say, there's only one story in town today, though, Sam. Lulu Sun. How good is that? Cannot wait for that quarterfinal.
Go, Lulu. The whole country is in behind her. I'm just glad that we get to claim her now.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Ollie. Now, we didn't quite think that this next story qualified as sports, but American wrestler John Cena has officially announced his retirement from the WWE. He told the crowd he had seen incredible waves of prosperity. Well, it is time now for 3 News weather, and you've had some big southerly swells around today.
Yeah, we have. Fortunately, though, the heavy swell warning has expired, up to 5.5 metres for coastal wide at upper. But there are still going to be waves tonight, up to 3.5 metres for the next couple of hours. Now, as for the weather, what a week to be off school. Widespread high pressure for the entire week. So very calm conditions, but there will still be clouds and isolated showers. But the most common weather elements will be frost and fog. I'll explain where in the full forecast next. Kia ora, welcome back. Weather this week is really quite chilled, both formally and informally. High pressure arrived today and it's anchored in place through the week. Friday and Saturday it starts to shimmy southeast, but even over the weekend we'll still have a ridge over us. Essentially we have calm, settled, cold but dry weather for the week. The only concerning feature of a setup like this is fog. We saw it this morning and it is back tonight. But not all of us are dry. Tonight there will be isolated showers for some in the South Island, for the north and deep south. Everyone else is fine with frost forming and light winds. In the morning, alongside the frost, there'll be areas of fog, thanks partially to the light winds. But the day is dry with only isolated showers over Fiordland. Now there's not a lot going on for the North Island tonight, just a few clouds and just isolated showers for a few in the south, north and east. Winds are light inland with the south to southwester along the coast. Morning cloud and fog features. It does lift and the day itself is mainly fine. Just again, isolated showers up the very top and coastal Gisborne in the morning. So, morning fog for the Waikato and areas of fog for Auckland too. There will be the odd shower from late morning for those north of Whangaparaoa and the Coromandel Peninsula. Winds will be from the east or northeast. Tauranga, Whakatane, your day is perfect. It's fine, light winds, high of 15. Everyone else will start with morning fog and frost, but it all clears by midday with no wind. Frosty for Masterton and Dannevirke and sheltered spots around Hawke's Bay. Morning cloud there too, but it is clearing and then developing for Gisborne in the afternoon. Winds will be light for everyone. Morning frost for most, especially those in sheltered spots. Taumaranui, you'll have morning fog too. The day though is mostly fine. Winds are light, but Wellington you'll have a southerly which will ease in the afternoon. Now the day starts good for the northwest of the South Island, apart from morning fog for Reefton. There will be the chance of showers for everyone south of Nelson, most of them heading from the afternoon. Now it is chilly out east, morning frost for all of Canterbury. The entire day though is sunny, blue sky, winds are light, just a slight nor'easter developing in the afternoon for Christchurch. Severe frost for Alexandra, the normal level of frost everywhere else. It will be a gorgeous, crisp and beautiful day, light winds, nothing else really going on. So Dunedin, great day, fine. Frost for those spots that get cold enough and warming, if you can call it that, to a feels like high of 8. It's similar for Christchurch with morning frost and a fine, clear and calm morning. There will be a slight nor'easterly which develops in the afternoon. Now Wellington, you'll be fine as well, just a few clouds in the morning and frost for sheltered spots. There is a southerly that'll die out after midday. Now for those in sheltered areas here, you'll wake to frost, but the day will be fine once the morning cloud clears, all with light winds. The place to be, Tauranga, and just like today, tomorrow is fine and calm. 0 wind, warming to 15, which will feel like 13. Now fog settles overnight around Hamilton. It will shift though, just partly cloudy across the day. Winds are light and your high of 15 will actually feel like 15. And conditions are right again for fog to form overnight around Auckland too. Not for everyone, just the usual spots. Odd showers hit from Whangaparaoa north from late morning. All right, over to Oz. A trough over eastern spots are delivered delivering rain or showers to most, and it's a little wet too at times for the Pacific, mainly for parts of Samoa and Vanuatu. What a week to be on school holidays. We have zero going on, just isolated showers for Northland, isolated showers possible too on Thursday and Friday for the east, and isolated showers for Taranaki, most likely Wednesday. Nothing significant though. Now the south is also good with cloud forming along the east coast late in the day Friday, and I'm pretty sure this outlook will mean excellent conditions to hit the snow. What a week to be in Queenstown. Now if you are in Queenstown or anywhere for that matter, we want your photos. Make us jealous. We're working, you're on holiday, send them to weatherpics@stuff.co.nz.
Thanks so much, Heather. It looks like it's going to be a bluebird up the mountain. Alrighty. A meteor has lit up the night sky in northern Turkey. The glittering fireball was captured in numerous videos posted online. They show the sky illuminated in flashes of green as it travelled through the clouds. Now, earlier in the program, we asked you if you thought gangs should still be permitted to wear their patches for ceremonial purposes. Now, lots of you are having your say. Currently, we've got 34% saying that they should be able to. Well, that is 3 News for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. You can get in touch with us by emailing newsroom@stuff.co.nz or head to the Stuff website. I'm Samantha Hayes for Marie, and I'll see you again tomorrow.